You guys are gonna have to tell me if the internet is okay. You guys know I'm very suspicious about this internet connection. And also tell me if the audio is good because I have no idea. Hi, Larry. I know this is very random. Hi, 3G. Hi, Keela. I know this is random. I know. I know. I didn't give any forewarning. I didn't tell anybody that we're doing this. I understand. I apologize for the good week. Okay, good. I apologize for the late warning. I apologize for not telling you guys that we would have a meeting tonight. But I wasn't sure I was going to do it anyway. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to have time to do it, but here I am, and I'm happy to be here. So that's why I came on, because like I was like, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss it. So hi, Mr. Renegade. Hi, Jeremy. On my end, StreamYard is telling me that I have no one here. It say 0 people. I'm like, then how are they commenting? Are these ghosts? Is this a figment of my imagination? Have I been sniffing too many paint chips? What's been going on? Oh, now it's telling me I have people here. Ah, yeah. You're late, StreamYard. You're late. Hi, Sapient. Hi, Agent. Oh my gosh, you guys' names like the same. Sapient, Agent. Hi, Last Call. Hi, Thomas. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Jeremy. Mr. Renegade, how are you? Oh, hi, DJ. Agent says that she has a little Nissan Frontier. Frontier or Frontier? I don't know how to say the word, but she says, my car says, Tasha, you're cheap. No lies detected. If you're driving a Nissan Frontier, you might be cheap. You just might be. So, no lies detected. Hi, Agent. Okay. If you guys want to share what type of cars you drive, you all as conservatives, well, the majority of you here are conservatives. You all as conservatives, please share with me the type of car you drive. You don't have to say the year. You don't have to give your license plate, but share with me what type of car you drive. And I would say give me your weekend car. If you have more than one car, give me your weekend car, not the car that's a daily driver that you just don't care about how much miles you put on it. Give me the car that you drive on the weekend if you have more than one car. But if you only have one car, give me your car. Jeremy, I'm just a hallucination, baby. I'm not even here. I'm not even real. Don't worry about it. Tomas says Toyota Tacoma. My man. My man. You want to know why? I like Tacomas so much because those little bastards. Tacoma was a car that I drove. I'm sorry, you could say a truck. The truck that I drove when I was outside of this country the most. We had a stick shift Tacoma, but in this country, we did not call it Tacoma. They have different names for them outside of this country. They're not called Tacomas. They're called Hilux. They call them Hilux. So in the Middle East, the Toyota Tacoma is called Toyota Hilux, and also in South America and Central America. So when I was in Colombia, we drove Tacomas. They are amazing cars. Larry says skateboard, stop lying. Ryan says Honda Accord. Now it's SUV. So you stayed with Honda. Okay. Mr. Renegade says Freightliner Cascadia. Okay. Okay. Now that's not an everyday driver. So, well, actually, yeah, it is actually in a way. It is a way, but yes, trucker life. So Jeremy has 2 Mustangs. I think we have a pattern here. I think we have a little bit of a pattern here. Let me see. Who else has their car? My daily is a Kenworth. Yes, Kenworth. I tell you, the only trucks that are worth their salt and money when it comes to trucking are Kenworths, number one, to me, and Peterbilts. Those two are the best. The Peterbilt and Kenworths, because these are just such well-made trucks. They're just so well made. Um, the other ones are popular, the Max and all of those, but to me, Kenworth and Peterbilt. Toyota trucks are very reliable. Yes, yes. Thank you. That's the reason, Thomas. Those things, so we would be driving in sand dunes, rocky mountainous areas, just anywhere, like anywhere. And those Tacomas or Hilux in the other countries, they never missed a beat. They didn't care where you were going. They were like, if you want me to go, I'll go. I love them. Tim says he used to drive a Subaru, and that's right, you're lesbian. Don't get ahead of me, Tim. Don't get ahead of me. We're not there yet. We're not to that part of the class session yet, but it's coming. Yes, it is coming. Agent says Steven, her husband, also has a 1971 Mustang. I like that one better than the modern one. Older Mustangs are better than the newer ones, and everybody knows that. It's not a secret, Agent. They are just so much better. Samuel says, I currently have a broken down Ford Taurus SE. Okay. Okay. Tauruses, Taurus, I did buy a Taurus once, and I bought it for as an everyday driver, not for a weekend car. The Taurus that I bought was a 2018, I believe, Ford Taurus. And that one was a decent car. It's the police cars. The police are using those now as police patrol units. And they're okay. It's just, there's something about them that just, maybe it's because I'm a girl, and I am kind of bourgeois that way, where I do prefer luxury, um, but when I'm out of this country, I never drive luxury because, and when I'm not driving luxury, when I'm outside of the United States, there are just a few certain brands that I will go to. Toyota SUVs and trucks are one of them. I do drive Toyota SUVs when I'm outside of this country. They Outside of this country, they call it Prado. In this country, I believe it's called Sequoia. I believe it's a Toyota Sequoia in America, but outside of this country, they're called Prados. So the Toyota Prado, these are still considered very luxurious cars, especially outside of this country. These are considered high end, but for me, I wouldn't consider that very high class or high lux because I'm from America, and in America, we don't really consider Toyotas to be high end, but we consider them to be, above average. What's the other one? So if I'm outside of this country and I'm not going for luxury, I definitely go for the Toyotas, SUVs and trucks, or I will do Hondas. Hondas are reliable and easy to fix. And if something happens to them, I never worry about it because they will last me 300,000 miles. I've run a Honda up to 300,000 miles. So those things will last me 300,000 miles. The other ones that I would do would be, I don't know, I can't think of them right now. Nonetheless, I want to see what you guys are saying. Oh, you have a Tacoma as well, Jason? Okay, so I think it was Thomas who also has a Tacoma. Larry has a Subaru Outback. I hate you. I hate you. You are the person, Larry, that I hate on the road. You, you, Larry. I hate with a passion. With a passion. I hate Subaru, especially the Outback. And I'm going to share with you guys why. The Subaru the Subaru Outback and the Prius, Toyota Prius, these two cars, for some reason, the owners of these cars do not know how to drive worth. These are the two cars that I mostly end up honking my horn at, and I never honk my horn. I'm a very silent driver. If you're pissing me off, I'll just I would just put my car out downshift and I would just pass you, and all you would hear is my exhaust. All you're gonna hear is my exhaust going past you. That's the most you're gonna hear from me because I never honk my horn. But if I honk my horn, I'm honking at you, Larry. If I ever honk my horn, I'm honking at an Outback or a Prius. So these are the two people, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but these are the people that tend to cut people off and then proceed to go slow in front of you. So they cut you off as if they're in a huge hurry, and everybody make way for Queen Subaru, make way for King Prius. And then they proceed to go at a glacial pace in front of you. These are the people that make me question if I want to go to jail that week or would I like to be free. These are the people that really dill my pickle. So the reason why we're having this conversation, oh really, William? Listen, we all okay. I want, you know what? I need to put my hair back for this one. We're gonna have this conversation, and we're gonna have it today because I want to know. I've never asked you guys this question, so I don't wait. Let me put my hair. I want to put like a half up, half down, high school style. Stupid guys, don't pay me any mind today. I am in a weird mood, and you guys know that happens about once every 2 months, and tonight's the night. So. Oh God, did you guys hear that? Oh, that was so loud. Oh, sorry guys for jumping. That was so loud in my ears. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I got a text message and it was super loud. Okay. But you guys know I get these weird moods like once every 2 months, and tonight's the night. So you guys are in for it. So let's put this half up, half down, little style on, and then come on, hair. All right, there we go. All right, let's pull some at the front so we don't look like a crackhead. And then we're going to pull it like that so I don't look like an alien. And I also don't want to look like a cone head. So I'm going to do like this so I can do some face framing, pull down some baby hairs. You guys, I have cute baby hairs. I really do. Oh, whoops. That's not a baby hair. That's a full grown. Okay, here we go. Baby hairs. Pull some of that down. Okay, so now I want to know, guys, what is the car? What is your car that triggers you the most on the highway, freeway, what have you? So William says that Nissan Altimas are the ones that really get him going. But he says he likes Subaru drivers. I can't stand Subaru drivers. The reason I can't stand them is because they have that stupid hatchback. Okay? The stupid hatchback, for some reason, it's almost like they can't see out the back of it or something like that. Like, I believe that the hatchback makes it so they cannot see. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. And it's also the shape of that car. I hate the shape of the Outback, the Subaru Outback. I hate the shape of it. I hate the paint that they put on it because they always put some crappy paint on them. But actually, the new Subarus are actually not that bad looking, the newest ones. But what I'm talking about is like, did they come out in the 90s? 90s or 2000s up until about 2016. Those ones. Are the ones that really get me going. Every time I see one, I'm just like waiting for them to do something stupid. I'm like, go ahead, cut me off. I know you're thinking about it. Just do it. Oh, Jeeps. Oh, I have a special place in my heart for Jeeps. I don't know. Really, Fion, Prius drivers. I know I'm not the only one who has a problem with Prius drivers. They just, it's something about driving the Prius. And I had to borrow a Prius from one of our family members for like a day or two. Tell me why. When I drove the Prius, even I started driving like an idiot. It's something about the Prius that makes you start driving like an idiot. Because I'm a great driver. When you're not counting following the speed limit laws, wearing seatbelt, not going in carpool when you don't have carpool, and speeding. If you don't consider any of those things, I'm a great driver because I don't tailgate. Okay. I'm smart. I always look at my blind spot before I, change lanes and so on and so forth. But yes, my average speed is about 93 miles per hour. That's my average speed. I understand that, but that doesn't make me a bad driver. Prius, when I was driving that Prius, for some reason, I started getting honked at because I was cutting people off by accident. I couldn't see people. I think it's the shape of these cars, the shape, that turtle shape. Tortuga. Tortuga is turtle in Portuguese and Spanish, but it's like the tortuga shape that they have. Tortuga. Um, but yeah. Okay, all right. I'm gonna start reading, you guys. I'm gonna start reading. Hi, artist sketch. I'm gonna start reading your guys' things. Hold on 1 second. Jeffrey says, these days, classic muscle car may be the middle finger to authoritarians. Jeffrey, Jeffrey, you know that every time they see a muscle car, something in their bodies starts twitching. You know they get so triggered. They're like, emissions, misogyny. Oh, it's just something, and I agree, Jeffrey. I agree. Samuel says that's a Heather hairstyle if I ever saw one. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Tim says a Tesla did break down in front of a coal mine where I live. Let me tell you guys something. I took a video a while back of a Prius. It was a Prius and it was smoking as it was driving. It was smoking on the freeway as it was driving. And I thought, huh, the irony. The irony, no? Because these people are supposed to be so environmentally cautious. And your car is smoking down the highway, madam. So funny. Let me see. Keela says, what triggers me the most on the road is Asian women driving a Mustang. I've actually never seen that. I've never seen that. No, no, not many women can handle a Mustang. And women, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about your little cute automatic Mustangs. No, 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 no. I'm talking about stick shift Mustang, classic Mustang. Now, the reason it's different is because anybody who's ever driven a stick shift knows there are certain cars that you barely need to even touch the gear, barely even need to fiddle with the clutch. You don't even have to push the clutch all the way in to change the gear. You just change the gear with one finger. Oh, 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 first gear. Oh, second. Oh, third. Oh, how cute. You can't do that with a Mustang. Mustangs, every gear shift, it has to be fully intentional. There is no halfway hit the clutch and halfway. You have to take your left foot and that clutch and the gear. That car is just so heavy. I drove a Mustang. It wasn't mine, but I drove it just to a car show. I think where we were going. It was just for a little bit, just for one day. That thing was so heavy. I was so scared to ever be on a hill with it. I was like, oh no, I don't think me and this hill are going to make it if I ever take this thing on a hill. But anyway, Mustangs are amazing cars and they're not for women. I believe they're mostly not for women, especially the stick shift ones. And Asian women, I can't imagine an Asian woman can handle a Mustang. Let's be real. Truck drivers are horrible parkers. I disagree. I disagree with that. I think they do it on purpose because truck drivers are very particular about their trucks. Have you ever seen a man who loves his truck? Most trucks are loved by their male owners. This is why. There's songs out saying, don't touch my truck. Don't get between a man and his truck, whether it be a Kenworth, a Peterbilt, whether it be what's the other ones? I mean, it could be a Toyota truck, it could be a Ford, it could be whatever type of truck, but you never get between a man and his truck. And I believe that they park this way, Ryan, not because they don't know how to park. I think it's their way of protecting their truck, so nobody parks next to them. Jeremy says, all ugly old cars with huge cartoonish rims. Don't be racist, Jeremy, because we all know where you're going with that one. Don't we all know what he's talking about, class? We all know what Jeremy is talking about, right? Those really old cars. You know what I'm talking about? That have huge rims, that the rims are more valuable, more expensive than the car. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? They usually have loud music blasting out the back of them and smoke coming out the window cracks. Let's move on. Jeffrey says Jeeps scream patriotism to me. And that's why I said there's something about Jeeps that it has a place in my heart. G-Wagons. So someone said to me that G-Wagons are just the luxury version of the American Jeep. I don't know. You guys take of that what you will. Oh, American Patriot says smart cars trigger him. He says, I can't see how anyone can want such a small car for use on the streets. That's understandable. That's understandable. Mercedes came out with one and they tried to sell that thing to me as a bonus package for like getting an S class. That thing, I was like, you can take that and shove it up where the sun don't shine because you will not. If you want to give me a bonus for the S class, why don't you just give me a C class to go along with it? But never would I ever be caught in one of those, meet. First of all, it's not safe. It's not safe to drive one of those things because if you get in an accident, that's your ours. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Agent says Subaru is about to release a little pickup that should be a Ford Ranger Nissan Frontier Tacoma killer. Good luck. Good luck. They're not killing anything. Subaru, I'm sorry, Subarus, you guys are. Even Kia is beating Subaru at this point. Kias are beating you. Like, get out of here. Have you guys seen the new Kias? The new Genesis. Have you guys seen? They made a Genesis that copies the Bentley truck. So I got confused one day because I've loved Bentley trucks with all my heart, but I cannot get one right now. One day. Reason I can't, because we have too many cars already. But I want a Bentley truck with all my heart, soul, and might. And I was driving down the street one day and I got behind this Genesis, but it looked so much like a Bentley truck that I was like, ooh. I was like looking at it and I was looking at it from the side. And then I got in front of it and I was like, there's something strange about this Bentley truck. There's something that smells not luxury here. It smells a little bit cheap here. I investigated the logo. It was a Genesis. A Kia. Or is it Hyundai? One of those Korean cars. I don't know, Kia, Hyundai, whatever. But and they are copying luxury cars. Not only luxury cars, but like the top of the line luxury. Bentley is one of the top of the lines. And Kia or Genesis, whatever it is copying them, which is so anyway, I don't think Subaru is going to have anything that's going to kill Tacomas. I doubt that. Tacomas are it. You can't. Tacomas, the Toyota Tacoma to me is the one that set the standard for all that line of SUVs, that mid-size, not SUV, truck, mid-size truck line. They set the standard. How are you going to beat a Tacoma, Toyota Tacoma? I don't believe that. No, they're not going to do any. No. Subaru offer lesbian teacher. Oh. Mr. Renegade, everyone should take a driving test every 5 years, in my opinion. Well, I think like every 5 years you're supposed to get your eyes checked, like the driving test eye check thingy. And like I said, I almost failed mine, but you guys know my eyes have been infected for the last week or so, right? The last 2 weeks almost. My eyes are they're still going through it. As you guys can see, it's red. They're red. My eyes have just been, and you guys know I'm legally blind, and they just haven't, yeah. Agent says, unlike you, girl, I'm a horrible driver. Oh, according to your sweetie. Well, men will never admit when a woman is a good driver because men think that all women are horrible drivers, and I tend to agree with them. Women typically are not great drivers. The reason is, but they get in less accidents. So even though women don't drive that good, women are statistically known for not getting in as many accidents as men. That's not because they're good or better drivers. It's because men tend to take more risks when they're driving. And also, the other thing was there's another reason why men get into more accidents, and I forgot what the reason was. I forgot what it was. But nonetheless, what were you saying? Oh yeah, men. So men saying that women are horrible drivers, take it as a compliment. He's probably just trying to take care of you so you don't so you're more cautious. That's nice of him. I've never gotten a complaint from my husband. The only thing my husband has said is that he says I don't have patience with people on the road. He said, why are you upset when the people don't move? He said to me one day, he said, the reason why people are going so slow to you, Amira, is because when you're driving, you're going so fast and everyone else is going the speed limit. So to you, it seems like everyone is going slow and at a glacial pace. But the truth is, you're the one moving at the speed of light. So maybe if you calm down, then you won't be so irritated with others that are actually going the normal way. And that's when I pretended that I was listening to the music ever so I was like, "Oh, this is such a great song, Habibi, isn't it? Oh, this song is such a great song. Do you want to sing it along with me?" He's like, "You did hear what I said, didn't you?" "Uh-huh. Yes, sir. You want to hear sing a song with me? It's Celine Dion." Um, yeah, when I don't stream when I'm driving. Yeah, I told you I got in trouble for that. My husband. Oh my gosh. How do I turn down the text messages? How do I turn them down? That is way too loud. Oh, a Dodge. Okay, Dodges. Now, you guys have to forgive me. I have no experience with Dodges. I don't know anything about Dodges. All I know is the Dodge. What's the cars? Charger or Challenger? What you guys know? That's the only ones that I know. I don't know anything about Dodge trucks or anything like that. I do know about Jeeps. However, the new SRT Jeep. That one is like a sports car and a SUV. That one is nice, and that one almost kept up. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it did keep up with my Range Rover. When we were driving down the road, it kept up with my Range Rover. And my Range Rover, if you guys don't know, is an autobiography. I have an autobiography. I can't remember the size of the engine. Some liters, I don't know, but it's fast. It's very, very fast. And I believe the Range Rover is so fast because of the torque, not so much because of how much horsepower it has. It's the torque, and it just goes. It's put your head to the back of the seat so fast. It's really strong car. I mean, you would think that that Range Rover weighed only 3 pounds by the way it goes. Hi, Rocky. Welcome, Rocky. Oh, okay, so you guys did hear it. Okay, so you guys do hear it. I'm sorry that you guys hear it. I don't know how to turn it down. Smoking down the highway happened to me once in a Hyundai. Turns out the engine was on fire. Samuel, you were driving down the road with your engine on fire and you didn't know until you saw smoke? What's wrong with you? Samuel, get it together. That is, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Oh, William says I own a 67 Camaro and I get weird stares from liberals. It's too patriotic. It's too patriotic to drive something like that. They have to compensate. You got pulled over doing 167 in Arizona? Wow. I've never reached that speed. Now, I think my highest speed was 145-ish. I think 145 is my highest. I haven't gone 160. Wow, that's fast. That's fast even for me. Oh, Keela says Chevy and Dodge. The only Chevy that I have experience with is the Chevy Silverado, the Silverado truck. Those things, the older ones, not the new ones. I don't know if they even still make them, but The older ones, I have experience with those, and those are good. I like them because they're very spacious. The Chevy trucks, they aren't like the new ones. Like Tacoma, I love Tacoma, but if I could change anything about the Tacoma, would be the cabin space. The cabin room, if they made it larger, I would be more happy about it. So the Silverado had a perfect cabin, but the engine, it wasn't like a Tacoma. It, to me, I think the Tacoma was still a better engine, but who am I? I'm just a girl. Hi, Clue. How's it going, Clue? William says, yeah, I park terrible in my truck, so some idiot in a Nissan can't park next to mine. What did I tell you, Jeremy? I think it was Jeremy who said that. I told you, Jeremy. Or no, it was Ricky. Ricky. Yeah, it was the name started with R. What did I tell you? They do it on purpose. It's not because they don't know how to park. Truck drivers or men who drive pickup trucks or semis, they don't park bad because they don't know how. They park bad because they don't want you to park next to them. That's the reason. Don't touch my truck is a real saying. Don't touch my truck. Okay, so I think I want to get to the point of this. Let's get to the point of this right now. The reason why I said this is because the type of car you drive says a lot about you, right? It says it could tell a person what your hobbies are. If you are a sporty person, or if you are more of a office person, or if you are more of a bourgeois type person, even the cleanliness or dirtiness of your car says leagues about who you are as a person. Your car, the type of car you drive, how you maintain your car, the maintenance, the additives that you add on it, whether it be bumper stickers, whether it be large rims, whether it be sports rims, or if you're like me and you like to wrap your cars in gold, that could say a lot about you too. Because there's no denying that I'm Arab. No one can deny that I'm Arab, because if I'm driving down the street in a gold plated Range Rover, there's no way you can deny I'm Arab. Nonetheless, this is why I wanted to speak to you all about this. The cars that we drive says a lot about us, and it can also give people an idea of your political standing, your political views. And I want to speak to you guys about that. Oh, Lou says Tacoma's rock. I know. She says, my husband will not get rid of his 15-year-old Tacoma, and he shouldn't. He should not. Tacomas are amazing. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Amira saying a Tacoma is great. Tacomas are amazing trucks, pickup trucks. They whatever. Stay away from Kia. I disagree. I disagree now. I would have said that a while back, but once Kia got the new owners, once Kia switched and got to, I forget who it was, Kia bought on a new designer for their cars, and they started copying, I forget which brand of car they started copying. It could have been Lexus that they started copying. No, but anyway, once they brought this guy on, Kias have improved so much. They used to be garbage. They used to be trash on a stick, but now they are a lot better. And so Schizo, I would have agreed with you a long time ago, but now they're doing good. Artist, I'm not even going to. Gila says, your Rover had that air suspension, Amira. Of course, it wouldn't be a Range Rover without air suspension. I was driving at a coffee shop, right? It was one of those bikini coffee shops, but I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a bikini one until I got there, and you guys know what I saw. So I got there and I pulled up to the window, and the girl comes and she opens the window, and we both are surprised. I'm surprised for a different reason, but she's surprised, and she said straight away, she said, did your car just lower? And I said, yes. You like that? And she said, I didn't know cars could do that. She was so surprised. She's like, your car just lowered in front of me. I said, it's a Range Rover. And she said, what's that? I was like, It's a type of car, originating in England, now from India. Arabs drive it all the time. It's kind of a, you know what I mean? She didn't know. Anyway, but yes, it does have air suspension, and that is the best thing about having a Range Rover is that every wheel has its own suspension, and that is amazing for taking it off-road and all of that. But this is not a Range Rover commercial. It's just something that I'm happy about. I love that Range Rover. Nonetheless, our cars can say so much about us. And the reason I wanted to have this conversation was because as I was driving down the road, I told you guys last week that I got behind this car and they had a bumper sticker. And on the bumper sticker, it said, Joe and the hoe must go. Joe and the hoe must go. Joe and the hoe have got to go. Joe and the hoe have got to go. Joe, have got to go. Joe and the hoe. That's what it said. And when I saw that, I looked at the type of vehicle that they were driving. Now, I don't remember what type of vehicle it was on the top of my head, but as I was looking at the type of vehicle that they were driving, I simply had this very simple thought. And my thought was, would I have seen this bumper sticker on a Prius? Would I have seen this bumper sticker on a Subaru? Would I have seen this bumper sticker on any of those commonly liberal cars? And it made me think about that. It made me think like the car that you drive, the cars that, you know, is not even your everyday. I would say the car that you drive, it says a lot about you. And I've noticed that liberals and Democrats tend to drive certain cars more often than not. I've noticed that they tend to have a certain taste in cars, and conservatives and Republicans, if you will, tend to have a certain taste in cars. I've noticed that conservatives and Republicans tend to like more muscle cars. They tend to like more pickup trucks. They tend to like the I guess you could say the upper class ones tend to like certain types of luxury cars, like G-Wagons, like I would even say Range Rovers. G-Wagons, Range Rovers, if they're doing the luxury, going the luxury route. But if they're going the normal car route, they like Jeeps, they like Tacomas, they like Silverados, they like Fords, F-150s. We just like a certain type of vehicle. This is us. This is us as conservatives, as Republicans, you could say. I don't consider myself a Republican. I'm a conservative. But just for the purpose of us having this dialogue, I'll make it simple like that, Democrat and Republican. Now, on the other end, I've noticed that Democrats tend to drive more cars that are a little bit more poussé, if you will. Poussé cars. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'll do better. They tend to drive more environmentally friendly cars. Am I doing good? Can I get a cookie from you guys every once and again? I'm just asking for a cookie. I think I deserve a cookie for that one. Okay? They tend to drive environmentally friendly vehicles like Prius, like smart cars, like Outbacks, like what are those other ones that are like small? They're like Beetles. What Beetles? Buggies. No. What is it called? the Volkswagen. The Volkswagen. The Tortuga. What is that called? That one. I've noticed that these cars are typically driven by a certain group of people. Let's just say that. And Clue, get it together, Clue. Get it together. There it is. Thank you. Okay, so I was right. Okay, thank you. Beetle. Ever seen the world's largest Hummer? No. But did you guys see that what is that car company that came out with the Bronco? It's not GMC, is it? What is the Bronco? Bronco is made by what I believe it is. It might be GMC. But anyway, they they came out with a new Bronco, right? And when I see that car as well, I don't see Democrats typically driving those type of cars. What's the other new car? The Rivian. Have you guys seen that? It's an electric pickup truck. It's called Rivian. And I don't remember who is the maker of this pickup truck, but it's a full electric pickup truck, and it's called Rivian. And I've watched full-on review videos about this pickup truck. People were raving about it in hot weather, but in cold weather, it tends to have issues, I think they said, or is it the hot weather that has issues? One of the two. It's either hot or cold weather. The electric pumps, the where electric cars go to charge, they typically have trouble in the heat or in the extreme cold or something like that. But anyway, the Rivians, they are the new pickup trucks that are all electric, full electric pickup trucks. Now, I don't believe any conservative, I don't think I would ever see a conservative driving that type of car. I just don't. I don't even see many conservatives driving Teslas, even though Elon Musk is based. I don't see too many conservatives driving Tesla. And I wonder what the reason for that is, or maybe I'm just not, I don't have my eyes open enough. Maybe I just don't know, you know what I mean? But anytime I tend to see a Trump sticker, a Trump bumper sticker on a vehicle, that vehicle is typically a certain kind of vehicle. Usually it's pickup trucks that I see Trump stickers on. Just recently, I've seen Trump stickers on Mercedes. There was one, what is it called? It's called a GLS or GLA. I would never buy one of these Mercedes myself, but they're 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 nice. But these are SUVs, Mercedes SUVs, and I saw a very, very small, almost barely noticeable bumper sticker for Trump on it. And I believe they did that for a reason, because they were scared somebody would break out their windows if they see that, they're voting for Trump or that they like Trump. You know how the world is. You know how America is right now. Butch lesbians. Hi, Nate. Nate says EVs are turds. They have issues in hot and cold weather. Oh. Huh. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's the juices are not, juicing when it's too hot or cold. I don't know. Oh, Rivian makes Rivian. Oh, so it's its own brand? I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. See, I thought it was a name of a car for a different brand. OJ drove a Bronco. Well, that's what the car is known for. See, when he was running from the police in the Bronco, that was actually a commercial for a Bronco. That's why people go buy it. But the new Broncos, they don't look that bad. They really don't look that bad. To me, anyway. BTK says Rivian is new. I know it's new. And like I said, I'm a car girl. Now, a lot of people don't know I do like cars. I'm very into cars. And I've kind of calmed down on the car obsession uh, for different reasons. But I do love cars. And I grew up around cars. My grandfather, before he sold all of his airplanes, he had he had Nitro. If you guys know the Formula One cars, he still has those. We don't have the airplanes anymore, but we do still have the Formula One vehicles. And I used to call them Nitros. I don't know if they're still called that, but these are the ones that they're very slender, and they have a parachute that comes out in the back because they don't have brakes. These cars, they don't have brakes at all. It's like basically strapping yourself to an airplane jet engine and flying down the runway, the raceway. That's basically what that is. So what my grandfather did was hire drivers, where we hire drivers to do this, and we make money from every race that we win. And we also get notoriety. So my family is well known in that sector. People who are close to me know this. A few of you already know this in the chat, but my family is known for that. we're not mostly known for our businesses. We're mostly known for us being basically Formula One family. We have airplanes, we have boats, we have race cars, um, we have American Muscle. That's all we have. We have like two Novas. We just sold one. But we have two of the older Novas. If you guys, a lot of people don't know what Novas are, but very strong American muscle cars. Um, so this is what my family is known for in real life. In the real life, I don't know why I'm doxing myself, but whatever. So yeah, um, so I do love cars a lot. It's because I grew up around them. I grew up around the smell of motor oil around me. I grew up with the smell of exhaust blowing in my face as a child, and because of my grandfather's airplanes, we were privileged that we would just any given day we'd go to Miami to have brunch and be back home by dinner time because of my grandfather having all of our means of transportation. We could just get up and fly if we wanted to, fly to a different state or a different the other side of the country for for no reason. Oh, there's a restaurant that we want to try out that's 2,000 miles away. No problem, you know? And so, yeah, I need an El Camino. Oh, El Camino. My father had an El Camino when I was a kid. He had one when I was a kid, and I thought that that was the weirdest little funny car because it's like a pickup truck in a car. It's so strange. And I would ride in the back of them, when he would let me. And I would ride in the back of those. And my God, El Camino, you brought back so many memories. There you go, BTK. You know what I'm talking about. See, BTK, don't talk too much. Don't say it. But yes, it's that that's you guys are getting closer to me now, okay? You guys are getting a little bit closer to me. So this is what I will share with you. This is how I grew up. This is what I know. This is yeah. So El Camino with AstroTurf. Oh man. Spent cat killers? What? What do you mean? Why cat killers? Maybe I'm missing out on a joke there. BTK says, my part of the family in Asia is also in racing. Wow. See, it's a great thing. And, you know, we used to race our Nova. So we had these vehicles that my uncle had. I'm going to get back to the topic in a second. But my grandfather, not my uncle, my grandfather, I've told you guys a few stories about my grandfather that I shouldn't have. I don't think it was you guys. It was Lapeef that I told. And I want to tell you guys that story, but I'm scared you guys are going to judge me and my grandpa. So I I'll save that for later. But we had these cars, and these were only race cars. These were my grandfather's racers. So we weren't allowed to really drive them in the street. They weren't really street legal. But I would love being around them and joining my grandfather when we would have them. But I always noticed something about them, and it was this there was this metal rack in the back of the car that we used to have. And I asked my grandfather one day when I was a kid, I said, Jaddi, Jaddi is grandpa in Arabic. I would say, yeah, Jaddi, why is this thing here? And he said, the reason why that metal bar is on the back of the car is because when we race the car, in the beginning of the race, the car is so powerful that when it starts to go, it raises up. And we don't want the car to 12 o'clock us. So what we do is we put that metal bar in the back so it can control how far the car will raise up. That's amazing. And that's just that's the strength of American muscle. To me, American muscle is, and I think, you know what? I think this is part of the reason why I'm so happy to be in America, or why I have a soft spot for a lot of American things, like being a full on Arab, being a Muslim Arab, okay? Why I'm so like, God bless America. I love America. I want America to win. I think these are part of the reasons because my grandfather he's one of those guys who always hung around pure patriotic Americans. That's who he had around him, and their wives and their children. And these are the people that I grew up playing with as a kid, playing with Mary Sue, who is, a Southern girl who grew up in a upper class Southern family. And this is pure American. And this is kind of like what I grew up with, being an Arab, which is so weird, and going to private Catholic school as an Arab Muslim in America in the early 2000s, and me going to a private Catholic school wearing a hijab, being a Muslim girl. I mean, this is so. I think I'm just figuring out some things about myself and my family. And I think that's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because just speaking to you guys about this is making me understand why I'm so gun ho for America. I'm like, this is what I grew up with. I grew up appreciating American muscle, appreciating the good of America, the things that made America great, right? That wholesome feeling of American hospitality, of just American accents, American innovation, American, and all of those things. I feel like they're dying out, and this is the reason why I rant with you guys every week. But Troy says, I went to a Catholic grade school. I still have Catholic flashbacks every time someone takes out a ruler. Troy, those things give you character. That's what gives you character. That's not exactly the strength of America. That's if you guys are in an American muscle car and you hear the roar of that engine and you feel the front of that car lift up as that engine sound is roaring, all you can see in your eyes is the Statue of Liberty. All you can hear is the Star Spangled Banner going through your mind, because that is American. There's nothing more American than that to me. That is just America in a little nice metal box. That car, that American muscle car, is America in that cute metal box. I know I just called it cute. Men are going to be like, oh, no, she didn't call it cute. She called it cute. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. It's cute. I mean, beastly. Okay. Okay. I will. Okay, men. It's not cute. It's beastly and very manly. But still, it's America in a metal box. A muscle car. American muscle. Let freedom ring. Exactly. Let freedom ring. Fionn says, have you ever gone to a Top Fuel drag race? I have. And I don't know if we called it Top Fuel, but every type of drag race that there is, I have been to them because of my grandfather. Because of that, I have been to them. And not only have I been to them, I wasn't just a spectator. I was a little princess because of my family's name, because of my family being known. I'm not going to talk too much because I'm going to end up giving you guys too many clues, and then I'm going to end up being, no, I'm not giving you guys any more clues about my life or my family. But I not only attended drag races or nitro races or Formula Ones, I was there on the sidelines because of my family and my family's name. But he says, Amira, I grew up around cars too. Dad worked for the railway, but also sold cars on the side. Former dad shared love of classic American cars and trucks. That's nice for Canadians, the Canada, to like American muscle. I mean, there's so many Arabs, many Arab families love American muscle. There's nothing like it. William says he cringed at thinking American cars are cute. I knew it. I knew that there were men in the chat right now going, she had us. We were going, and we were with her until she pulled out the C word. Cute. They're like, oh, change the channel. Why'd you guys put on this channel? Change the channel. I don't want to see her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you guys know I am still a girl, right? I'm still a girl. I still have the female disease of calling everything cute. Yeah, exactly. Thinking American muscle cars are cute. Exactly. I get it. I get it. Trash already, trash, Keela. Oh my God. Not only am I bad and I'm cringeworthy, but now I'm trash too. Dang. I dropped so far. I dropped so bad. Nate says, there's nothing like the sound of a hemi, sorry, of a hemi screaming with the power of 50 bald eagles jacked up on roids. Let me ask you guys something. When you see a bald eagle, do you not get chills? I do. I get chills, admittedly. The last time I saw a bald eagle was in Alaska. I believe it was in Alaska. I believe it was a bald eagle, rather. I don't believe it was Alaska. I was in Alaska. But I believe it was a bald eagle because it had a white head and a dark body, and I got chills. I even have it on video, actually. And when I went through the video, I was like, that is a bald eagle. It has to be. But I get chills. Oh my gosh. It makes me cry almost when I see that bird. And I know the bird doesn't know anything about America and all of that. I understand that. But America has chosen that bird to be the representation of us. And the thing that the bird represents is what makes me cry and get teary eyed because I don't want to see America go down. I don't want to see us fail. I don't want to see us to continue on the path that we're on. I don't want to see it. It bothers me day in and day night and day out. Sorry, day in and day out. It bothers me how bad America is falling. And yeah, I mean, I just saw someone say that somebody said that in 2024 it's the most important election for Americans. They said it's the most important election. It's going to be the most important decision for American future and so on and so forth. And I was thinking to myself, like, that's not the only thing that you should be focusing on because just getting Trump into office, yes, it's a big deal, yes. But at the same time, the most of the work is down on the ground right next to you in your neighborhood, in your community, in your city, in your county, in your town, your district, your state. That's where the main work needs to be done. We can't just depend on Trump to save us. We have to be the ones to do something about it in our own areas because and that's why I think like being out there, being vocal, preaching about it, going out and not being afraid to say what it is, just say it how it is, because the more that we sit back and we're like, oh, I don't want to be fired, I don't want anyone to talk about me, I don't want my neighbors to hate me, screw them. This is what your Second Amendment is for. You don't need to have them like you. We don't need people to like us. It's anyway. But yeah, when I saw that and the people were saying, "Oh, the second this election in 2024 is the biggest decision for America's future," and so on and so forth, and we need to bring Trump. This man is not our savior. We have to do something ourselves. Okay. Schizo says, "Look at your governors. You, who are you telling? You guys know the whole West Coast is full of trash governors." And I'm just wondering, who are the people who's voting these people in? Because I don't believe the people are the ones voting these people in. I really am to the point that I believe that all of our elections are rigged. And we always knew that some rigging was happening, but I think it's to the point where your votes don't even matter almost. And I'm not saying don't vote. I know what people are going to say. Amira, don't say that because then people aren't going to vote because they're going to think their votes are useless. And then that's a whole chain reaction because, but as many people as you see outside that are unhappy with the state of our country, with the state of the price of living, with the state of the price of bread and eggs and As many people that you see outside that are so upset about it, you wonder who are the people voting in these, the people that are, you know what I mean? Who are the people voting them in? And then you also think, well, this is the person that was driving the Prius next to me who cut me off and who has a bumper sticker on the back of their car saying Biden Kamala or Biden Harris, or even worse, I just saw a bumper sticker about 3 weeks ago that said, vote for Bernie. Bernie. You still have a bumper sticker with Bernie on the back of your car? Give it up. Give it up. Anyway, so then you start to think, well, you know what? I believe that people are complaining about the price of life today, but they don't know where the problem is coming from, so they continue to vote in the same old, because people are that influential or too influenced. Is my internet acting up, guys? Let me know if the internet is acting up because it looked like it glitched. Hi, B-roll. Hi, B-roll. Bernie was the biggest grifter, says Boa. Yeah, Nina, exactly. Selected versus elected. Right. Fionn says rigged elections. William says Montana has the best governor. I don't know who that is. I actually don't know who that is. Montana is rarely talked about because Montana is just in the middle of, there's a word I want to say, but I have to be ladylike. But it's in the middle of nowhere, let's just say that. Troy says it's right, Amira. We didn't get where we are because of any one election. It takes generations of erosion to get where we are today. It'll take generations of grassroots to fix. You think so? That hurts to hear because I don't I don't see that happening for generations. I don't see us changing for generations. Simply because you guys know that every generation tends to rebel against their parents. So if you have a liberal generation, when they have children, their children will be conservatives because they want to rebel against their liberal parents. And then the cycle continues when those conservative kids grow up and then they have children. The children want to rebel against their conservative values of the parents and they end up being liberal, and then the cycle and the chain continues. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how true it is, but that's what it seems like it happens. You know what I mean? That hurts. That hurts if that's really what happened. I would. He says people still support Bernie Sanders even though he endorses Biden. Nobody really endorses Biden, I would. That's not true. No one endorses that trash. You, I don't think you guys have actually ever seen me with a ponytail in my hair. I don't think you guys have because I always have the same old tired hairstyle when you guys see me. I only wear my hair down. I'm so boring that way. But I think I'm gonna start switching it up for you guys. I and I don't wear my hair down for any particular reason. It's not like I'm scared I have a big forehead or something. Clearly I don't. It's not that. It's just, I actually like my hairline too. I don't know why I changed the subject. Sorry. I'll get back to this. Oh, Troy. Troy says it started with the commie hippies in the 60s and the pill and Roe v. Wade in the 70s. Now we have the Barbie movie. We have a whole generation of quote unquote liberated women and beta men. I'm triggered. I just got triggered. And it just came in like a wave through my body, that triggering. I'm very triggered right now from what you just said. Because, I mean, Barbie movie, That Barbie trash is everywhere now. Did you guys see it? It's everywhere. Do you guys want me to give you a little bit of happiness though? I found something that I'll share with you that made my little dark heart so gleeful. You guys know I'm very, well, the ones closest to me know that I tend to be a very, I have some weird side inside of me, you guys could say. But anyway, I'm going to share with you guys this. And this made my heart so happy. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, I know the internet is a little bit slow, so I'm going to try to have this work with us, okay? It might be a little bit glitchy. Um, and it's going to play that stupid Barbie song. So if you guys are wearing headphones, turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't bother you too much. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm going to show it to you now. One sec. I'm going to put myself down here so you guys can see it. Ready? Watch.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but
They
I still
dyed the pond
pink
pink.
like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a Ken. Like Jazzy, Stacy, Nikki.
Even the elevators are Barbie themed.
Bad it girls, and we ain't playing tag. Red, but he spanked me
Looking
when I
for
get bad.
snacks.
I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl.
So much merch.
Barbie dream house. The way Ken be killing got me yelling out like the scream house. Yelling out, we ain't selling out. We got money, but we ain't lending out. We got bars, but we ain't belling out. And that
Finally made it.
I told Tay, bring the Bob Dylan out. The poop so cold, we just chilling out. Baby yelling, yet yelling out. It's
So
Barbie,
cute.
bitch, you still in doubt. And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in
It was sold out. Rip. Come see Barbie with us.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but
They
I still
dyed
wanna
the
party.
pond
Pink
pink.
felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a.
So this is something that I saw and I was like, this just makes my little dark heart so happy because they were so, these are such goth people. If you guys ever follow their channel, they're just very gothic couple. And Undead Chronic loves goth girls. I don't know what he sees in them, but he loves them. But anyway, so they're a goth couple, yeah. And they were saying that they're going to go see the Barbie movie. And when they went to go see the Barbie movie, people were asking them, "Oh, are you here to see what is the other one called? Incubus or what's it called? The new Insidious? Incubus? Something, whatever." But anyway, they were like, "Oh, are you here to see?" No, 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 it's not that. It's called something else. Oh my God, whatever. You guys understand. It was another movie that is more gothic, you know. And they were like, "No, we're going to see Barbie." And you can see how excited they are. So elated to go see the Barbie movie. Oh my gosh. It's hilarious. I just love how dead they were inside to go see Barbie. They were just so dead inside and I was feeling it. I was like, this is my mood. This is my mood. I loved it. William says goth girls and tomboys are so hot. What do you men see in these things? I don't get you guys. I really don't because girls go out of their way to be super fun and super cute and do the makeups and do the things, and then men are like, "Why don't you wear my clothes? If you wear my clothes, you look cute." Whatever. There it is. Thank you, Larry. Oppenheimer. There it is. Oppenheimer. That's the movie that they were assuming that they were out to go see, but no, they weren't. Nina says Insidious, Red Door. No, that's the one I went to go see, Nina. That was so scary that I didn't sleep well for like 36 hours. I didn't sleep well, like literally. I was like, it's too real. It's too. Why are scary movies getting so unnecessarily scary today? Why are they getting so? You know what I mean? I remember when scary movies used to be almost comical. Yes, they scare you because they go boo, and you're like, ah! But never before were scary movies so into your psyche. You know what I mean? Now scary movies get into your psyche and they're like, you know what I mean? Ever since the movie Saw, scary movies have just I don't know what's wrong with them now. Succubus. Succubus. Go to the naughty corner. What are you talking about? Go to the naughty corner. BTK. Succubus. This is a Muslim channel. Succubus. Go to the naughty corner. Nate says, I still have a thing for goth girls. What is wrong with you? You and William need to get it together. Get it together, okay? Keyless is shouting at that video. Barbie zombies, exactly. You know, the funny thing is that when they were standing next to that pink pool, because of how they are, it looked like blood just because of, how they looked. It made it look like the pool was blood red instead of pink because of, it's funny how the mind will play with you. They're hot. That's what he sees in them. Oh, get out of here, Samuel. You too? Get out of here. Oh my
For the
goodness.
record, in high school, I was a goth. So yes, they're hot.
Get over it. Okay? Get over it. So if I put on some black lipstick, I'm going to be all of a sudden cute because I look dead. What is wrong with you? You guys are
You
weird.
have to have like a certain emptiness about you. Like a hopelessness. It's something about that draws men in. Look, to be perfectly honest, it's not just the clothes and the makeup. There's like I said, an emptiness about them. It's the threat, the possible threat. Like I could get involved with this girl. She's cute, sure, but what makes it hot is the fact that you don't know if you're going to wake up with a knife in your chest or not.
And she might take your soul too.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's the thrill, it's the risk.
I always thought that goth girls smell like Hot Topic. You know how Hot Topic stores smell? Or Spencer's? That's how I always think of them. When I see them, I always think they smell like cheap plastic because of the things that they wear. I don't know. I've never seen goth girls wearing expensive jewelry. Or I've never seen goth girls actually wearing real jewelry for that matter. Most of their stuff is fake and it's all from like Hot Topic and Spencer's. So this is the reason why I've never seen really an attraction to them because I'm like, goodness, get some taste, get some elegance, some class. If I would have seen a bourgeois style goth girl, I might think something. But from what I see, those girls are Keela. Amira, you seriously went and seen Barbie? Are you crazy? No. No. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I only watched The Little Mermaid for you guys. I watched it for you guys and you guys only. Well, let me stop lying. Listen, I watched The Little Mermaid because me and my husband, we were going to go see the Fast and the Furious movie. But the Fast and the Furious series is just getting weird. I mean, to us, it's not weird, but it's like, it didn't seem like it was going to be great. So we backed out of it. And then Little Mermaid was the only other option. I asked my husband if he would go with me. He said, we'll go see the Little Mermaid. You watch, I sleep. I was like, deal. And I only did that because of you guys. Now, Barbie, I'm not doing it. I don't care what you guys ask me to do. I don't care how many cash apps you guys send me or how many whatevers. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care how many donations. I don't care how many pleas in the chat. I'm not doing it. No. I'll watch it when it comes out on regular movie. I'm not watching it. I'm not spending my money to go and no. Oh, Nutter is here. Hi, Nutter. Nate says, oh yeah, tomboys who grew up to be feminine are wifey goals. You know what? Somebody once said that, and I don't remember who it was, but they said women that are feminine on the outside but masculine on the inside are perfect for men. These are the ideal women for men. Like what they say, like a woman who thinks like a man but behaves like a lady, who knows how to behave like a lady and to stay feminine and stay in her place. But she has the mindset or mentality of a man. And something like that. They said that it was the best for men. I thought that was nice to hear, just because there was something, like I told you guys, I did that personality test, and the personality test said that my personality, I have ESTP or ISTP, and it says that that personality is only masculine dominated. My personality type, or my mental, what do they call it? Mental processing way is masculine. But you guys see me, I'm very feminine. I'm girly. You guys see me, I'm very feminine. But I think very masculine. And yeah. Nina, she says horror has become thriller and PG movies have become soft porn. It's bizarre. Nina, horror movies are beyond thriller today. Horror movies are like, what is it called? Psychedelic? Is that what it's called? No. What is it called, Samuel? Where these movies, they're like,
Psychological?
I know what that word is. No,
Oh,
it's like a movie that gets into your psyche, or it takes you for a mind F. You know the word mind F?
yeah, yeah, psychological thriller.
There we go.
That's the
Psychological
name of the
thriller.
genre. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, then I guess Nina's right, but she just didn't put the word psychological in front of it. Okay. Well, it's scary, Nina. These movies are no longer just like, you throw some popcorn because you jumped, or, oh, it's so funny. You know how you get scared and you laugh after, and then you're like, oh, no, they got me there. They got me. Movies aren't like that anymore. Scary movies are like, literally, like, you leave there, you're like this. Did you like the movie? It was a, it was nice. Like that. I'm leaving movies with eye twitching. I'm leaving movies. I can't sleep right. And not because I'm scared of the boogeyman. I'm scared of myself at that point. Scary. Keela says, you goth suckers suffer from the damsel in distress. Oh, they're goth simps, Keela. The goth simps. Oh my god, don't let Undead Chronic hear me say that. He will be like, what? What did you say? I'll be like, nothing, Chronic. Nothing. Can't say nothing around him. Nothing, Chronic. Maverick says, my first girl was bridging the gap between goth and emo, a mistake I intend on not repeating. Mm. Wednesday Adams. Go ahead, Samuel.
Okay, so the main difference between goth and emo, because they both dress in a certain way, they both conform to a certain look, they both have that same bleak outlook on life. They both tend to write really bad poetry in the dark by candlelight. The difference between them is that emos talk about being cutters while goths have follow through.
So emos are just emotional and goths are like really dark pessimists.
Yeah, emos basically appropriated the look, but we're kind of pussies about the whole thing.
Mm.
There's a reason there aren't that many real goths anymore. A lot of them didn't survive it.
I see. So is it more like a phase?
Yes and no. Like, real goths, especially the ones who are cutters and who are into self-harm and that kind of thing, do one of two things. Either they don't survive it or they grow out of it. Typically. Whereas emos is more like a style of dress and behavior, but there's no real anything behind it. And also bad music.
Well, Samuel, I want you to respond to this comment. Since Samuel, you're pretty close to me. Now, most of you guys don't know how close Samuel is to me. Samuel, get over here. Where do you keep going? You don't need to go to the back. Come here. Come here. I need to ask you something. So listen. You see this comment here. What William says is, Amira is too full of life to be goth. Samuel?
I agree.
Samuel? You cannot agree with that because you know me. Look, I talk very nice. You know me though. You know my mind a little bit, and I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, I can't be goth because I can't dress that way just because I have class. But I'm sorry. Sorry.
No,
I'm like,
that's a fair criticism.
I have class. I can't dress that way. I have a school board meetings to go to. I have dinner parties to attend. I can't dress like that. So, but to be honest, the mentality is there. It's just I could never dress that way.
Yeah.
Nina says lol at the hot topic.
I
No,
mean, yeah, that's
tell me
basically
it
it.
doesn't smell like Hot Topic. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't it? Do they really smell like Hot Topic?
Emos do.
See, I know I'm not crazy. I know it.
Goths have a
Uh,
variety of smells. Usually it's BO coupled with incense. Not always. Sometimes they're clean, but not all of them were. They were sort of like the '90s versions of hippies, '80s and '90s. Anti-establishment, damn the man, and some of them weren't too keen on hygiene, which is doubly bad because they were caking on, like corpse paint, which closes up the pores, and it's not good. Scrub one down, and you'll find a mountain of acne underneath them.
Oh, Samuel, stop! You're messing up my Saturday. Stop! Oh my gosh. Wait, Michael says, unpopular opinion, I'm not a goth, but I like punk rock. I like rock. I wouldn't call it punk, but I like rock music. I like heavy metal. I like what's it called? Not soft rock. There's a grunge.
Hard rock?
Grunge. I like grunge. And well, grunge is almost dead, I guess. You could say grunge is almost dead, but I still listen to
Grunge
it.
died in the '90s.
I know, but I still listen to it though. I mean, look where I am. I mean, yeah, and I still like it though. I mean, it really hit me somewhere when I listened to it, the grunge style. I liked it. I think Amira didn't like goth because it's too easy for her to pull off. Are you saying I look like Wednesday Addams or something like that? Thanks.
I think he's saying that you could if you wanted to.
Oh, I'm certain I could. I think I can pull off almost any look I wanted to. Now, Samuel, you have to tell me. I believe that pretty much any look in the world I could possibly pull off. Well, I think probably like 90% of looks I could pull off just because I have a very medium, I could go this way or that way, I think, with my look.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fionn. Spencer smell. You guys know that smell I'm talking about. That cheap Chinese plastic mixed with virginity and lost hopes and dreams smell. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That's a perfect description.
You know what I'm talking about. Cereal. Because there's not a lot of virginity there. You know that.
Yeah, it's despair and patchouli.
And desperation for attention.
Or sandalwood if they don't want to smell too much like a hippie.
Oh. But you guys know that smell, that desperation for attention, that please look at me smell. That's what that is. That's what I smell in Spencer's and Hot Topic. Oh.
Which is weird because the way they dress, they tend to stand out anyway. So, why not wash a little bit first?
You would think. Keela says, Amira just admitted she's a hoarder. Actually, I'm the furthest thing from it. If you guys only knew, I'm a clean freak. I'm an obsessive cleaner. Yeah, you guys don't know that. I just tore apart my kitchen today just because there was some crumbs behind my sugar bowl. So that made me take everything off the counters, everything out of the cabinets, everything out of the refrigerator, and I scrubbed down everything like my life depended on it today. And you would think I'm a meth head by the way that I clean my house, but I'm really not. It's just coffee, I swear. Amira, all black or all pink attire? Of course, all black. If I wear all pink, I'd probably be dead. I can't do it. When have you guys even really seen me wear pink? I'm a girl, I'm a feminine girl, but I'm not a girly girl like that. You understand what I mean? Oh,
So
really? Don't what?
Don't break out the Mary Kay until your funeral.
Mary Kay perfume?
No, it's just a reference to pink. They do the Mary Kay dealers wear a lot of pink. They drive pink cars. Everything's pink.
Oh, okay, I see. I don't know why the connection for me on my end is breaking up when you talk. Am I breaking up to you?
No, it's very clear on my end.
Okay, I don't know why, but when you're talking, it's getting like messed up. But BTK says, Amira, there is a unanimous vote for 2.0 for your pics in a race car. I have no pictures in race cars. I don't take pictures. You guys know I don't even take pictures in my husband's sports cars. You guys have never seen me flaunt our stuff. I don't flaunt to you guys because I don't, that's not the type of person that I am. You know what I mean? I don't want to be seen that way. I don't want to be judged for what my family has or what my family name is, which you guys still don't know what it is, but I don't want to be judged for those reasons. I want you guys to see me as Amira. To see me as Amira, your girl, your conservative lioness. That's it. I don't want to be seen for that. So, no, BTK. I will not post pictures of myself in that, but there are pictures out there of our merchandise, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Not masculine but strong, Amira. What? What are you talking about? Oh, yes, yes. Was that the Myers-Briggs test? Yes, B-roll. And I encourage everyone to take it. If you can take it, please do. That's the one I took. And if you guys didn't remember, I'm ESTP, ISTP. I got both of those when I took the test around 7 times, and I constantly got between ESTP and ISTP. What was your Samuel again?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I didn't memorize it.
Well, Larry has it. Larry has it. Oh, Boa is INFJ. Wow, Boa. Wow. That's more of a feminine personality type. The INFJs is more feminine. That's wow, Boa. Really, Nina? Nina says horror today is just gross, mentally just gross, lacks the odd creativity.
Yeah, I agree. So
Really?
it it was INTP-A.
Oh, INTP. Okay, INTP. I don't know what the dashes are for. We don't really need the dashes. Just say the letters because I don't know what the dashes mean, and you know.
Yeah, but I agree with Nina there. They're just not what they could be or what they were. But it's not just horror. It's everything these days. None of it has any real creativity to it. You know, they hire writers based on check boxes rather than talent.
Mm. Is anybody else hearing Samuel broken up, or is it just me? I want your guys' opinions. Nina says I am ENFJ. That's rare, Nina. That's a very rare personality type. That's cool. Oh, Troy says that old horror films, sorry, the horror films are addicted to adrenaline. Yeah, because they always have that scary music that scary music that gets progressively quiet right when the scare is coming, and it's like, boom, and then you're like,
Yeah, they're saying I sound fine, so I don't know.
what you say?
They're saying that I sound fine, so I don't know. I don't know what the issue would be.
So it's just me then. So that means my internet is bad on my end. But you said I'm okay though, right? You said I seem
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I hear you just fine.
Okay, so then it's just my end, yeah. And now I'm starting to hear you better, but it's in and out like that, but it's fine. But as long as I know that it's just me and you guys are okay, that's all that matters. All right. I'm gonna put the link into the chat just in case you guys want to come join. Michael, naughty corner for those who think Amira would dress gothic. No, I don't even know how. What about black fingernails? I used to like putting my fingernails black all the time, and I think it's a classy look. I think it's a very classy look.
I have a story about that. When I was 16, 17 years old, I started getting more into the goth thing. And one of the things that went along with that was wearing black fingernail polish. Well, somebody told my father, who I lived with at the time, that meant that I was the leader of a cult and that I was planning to put a curse on him and have like demons kill him. So he threw me out of my house. As it turns out, it didn't have anything to do with that. And, and the only thing he told me about it later was, he's like, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm glad you stopped wearing it. I'm not cool with cults, but, I am glad that it doesn't mean that you're gay.
I wish I could understand anything that you're saying, but I'm sure the chat did. My internet is so crap right now. I can't understand you. I can't hear you. I'm good. I put the chat in the thing. Put the link in the chat, and I hope I'll be able to hear you guys, the people who do come on. I hope I'll actually be able to hear you. Larry, let's give you a go.
I hear you just fine.
I hear you good too. Is there anything that you wanted to, okay, I want to listen to you guys have a conversation and see if I'll be able to understand you guys or hear you.
You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
I hear you, yeah.
Samuel still sounds the same as always. If there's anybody that sounds different, it's probably me because I'm actually fighting a cold. But
what is up with that big, stupid microphone of yours? I'm sorry.
I'm a broke boy from North Minneapolis. It was the best I could afford, okay? Not everybody can be fancy and be rich and depend on getting quality microphones and still have enough to make it to the next day, all right? I had to go within my means. And besides, thanks to crappy Biden, the economy is surging high right now.
A Blue Yeti is only like $125. You can get that.
Mine was $170.
That's out of my pay grade, man. I don't be paying enough to get that. Furthermore, I also gotta integrate getting the Stanford and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta integrate that. Gotta get programs for it, shit like that. It's more than just what it looks like.
Hey Maverick, have you ever taken the Myers-Briggs test?
Too many times I was able to count, and most of those times I was forced to because of a class I took in high school.
And what was your result?
I was forced to too, dude.
Oh, thank you. Somebody in this doggone godforsaken place that can relate. Yeah, and pretty much every time I got these two letters. I'm not sure what the other two letters are, but every time I always got extroverted and I always got thinker.
Okay.
I don't remember the other ones, and those are usually like, colloquially speaking, those are technically masculine traits, predominantly masculine traits of extroversion and being a thinker. Whereas introverted and a feeler, those are considered feminine traits. And what helped back me up is the last time I took the Myers-Briggs, I also took another separate personality test alongside it with the same questions. And my answers were 53% masculine or 47% feminine. So I have a healthy balance of both energies within my systems.
Well, the thing is about that is that introvert or extrovert is not masculine or feminine at all. Men can be very introverted, and it's not a feminine trait at all. And the other thing that wasn't masculine or feminine is sensing. They said that these two are not masculine and feminine traits, but feeling versus thinking are, and judging versus perceiving are as well.
The dash letters are important. The dash A means assertive. It means that Samuel.
I saw what you put it in the chat. Okay. And Keela, don't tell me what to do. First of all, don't. First of all,
Keela, this isn't your channel, man.
Exactly. I do what I want to my brothers. Okay, Larry and Samuel are
I'll
mine.
say this: I got some backup though. It's nice to see that I've got my twin in the chat, Nina. We have the same Myers-Briggs rating.
Oh, really?
You know that.
You two should get together.
No, I don't know that.
I told you that. Sam, how many times have we had this conversation?
You probably think you told me. No,
We've had this conversation
Samuel?
twice.
God damn it. Samuel? That is
Okay,
not
You
true.
knew
Samuel, stop
full
saying that,
well.
first of all.
You knew full well what I was or what I am.
Stop. No, I know who you are. I didn't know Nina was that. How was I supposed to know Nina was that? She doesn't even
She put
know.
it in. She
She
put
doesn't
it in
even
the
know.
chat.
She just said,
She
"Oh, we
didn't even
do."
know.
She put it in
She
the
didn't.
chat.
See, that's how I know you're lying. That's how I
She
know
got the
you're lying.
she got the dash A just like she got the
Hey,
exact same
Lawrence,
thing that I got.
A
Lawrence, did you
full
confirm
lie.
that
A
as
full
soon as she
lie.
put it in the chat?
What?
Did you confirm that as soon as she put it in the chat, or did you already know this prior to this live?
I saw it on the chat when she put it in. What was it, about 10 minutes ago? And I even messaged her back and I said, "Hey, I'm the same thing."
Oh, okay, so that's what it was. Got you.
See what I'm saying? See, he thinks. See, but the thing about this is that Nina's, well, actually Nina's is rare, but for Larry it's even more rare because most men do not have that. This is like 1% of men that would have that. Nina is a little bit more common for women, but for men it's the most rare, I believe, because men don't tend to be that. Yeah.
Hey, Amira,
Hmm?
did you grow up did you grow up watching like those early to mid 2000s horror movies like Saw and Final Destination?
Yes.
So like, compared to the modern horror movies that you see today, would you still take those two over what's out today, or does what's out today beat those?
Oh, I definitely would take Final Destination anytime, any day, any whatever
How many of
over
those have you seen, by the by? Like, which Final
two.
Destinations?
I've seen two.
I got all five, and they're all very well. The fourth one was kind of bleh, but the other four are just fine.
No, but the thing about the thing about the Final Destination series is that they're based off of true events that they put into these stories. Especially, can you mute yourself? You coughing, and then the big
I
microphone, the big
told you
cotton
I'm under
candy
the weather.
microphone.
Damn.
No, but no, but these okay. So if you guys don't know, and I believe it's the first Final Destination movie, they had the airplane that split in half. That's a real thing that actually happened. If you guys don't know, check it out. I believe it was TWA Airlines that had that exact thing happen. Almost exact. It's not
Kidding.
fully. Why are you screaming, sir?
Sorry, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious.
Actual
What year was
flight
that?
like that?
That
Like
happened?
the 80s or 70s, I think.
No, it
TWA.
wasn't that far. It was 90. It was either 89 or early 90s. It was
It had to
late
be.
80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s. Amir lost control. I've never been in control, BTK. That's the thing that you guys don't know. I've never been in control. You guys think I'm in control. I never am.
It was Flight 800. Boom.
Yep. Flight 800.
Yes. Yes. Do you remember what year it was?
1996. 1996.
The summer of 96.
Yep. It was sad, guys. Very, very sad. And that's what you call real Final Destination stuff. So that's the reason why I like these movies, is because they're based off of real events. I prefer real things over fiction.
Okay, Amira, I'm gonna ask you another question. Out of these four horror movie villains, which one of them has to go? Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Chucky the Killer Doll, or Freddy Krueger?
Michael Voorhees. He has to go.
Why Michael Myers gotta go?
Not Michael Myers, the first one. Michael Voorhees. What's his name?
Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees. Sorry. Jason Voorhees. I'm sorry.
Why Jason
Jason
Voorhees
has to
gotta
go. Because I prefer Chucky. I love Chucky. And Michael Myers.
I love Chucky.
I love Chucky. I would be the bride of Chucky if I could. But
You kind of look like his well, minus the blonde hair. You kind of resemble his wife that was a doll too.
she was
She
a
started out
box
as a doll.
blonde. She
Yeah,
was a box blonde, and she was a brunette when she began. She was a brunette.
Mm-hmm. You could easily pass for that. You know what I'm saying?
Nina, it's not about him being annoying.
Hey,
Guys, whoever has noise in the background, please mute. I hear people cutting up vegetables in the back, and
grinding up tomatoes, fruits and vegetables, and
right,
potatoes.
right. Amir would be Megan. Who's Megan?
Megan, the killer
That's a new horror
robot.
That
movie.
AI robot doll.
Yeah, but
Really?
she break dances before she
That
slices
movie
people
came
up.
out last year.
I want to see it. Hold
Came
on,
out in
wait, Megan.
January.
Is it a
It's
doll or what?
it's on Peacock. It's like a little android doll.
Yeah, it's an AI type of
Oh
horror
wow, that's
movie.
who you guys think I am. You guys are evil, but you know what? That's pretty much my soul right there. That's my soulmate. Yeah, that feels like me. She looks like she's classy. She wears, very classy clothing. Her hair is always pretty perfect, and she has dead eyes. That's me right there.
All right. So why keep Michael Myers and Freddy though? Like, cause we already got your reason for Chucky. Why keep Michael Myers and Freddy?
Can you ask me a different question
Oh,
if you want to ask questions?
you don't want to look. We've been talking about this.
Don't la me. Don't. That's racist. That's racist. Don't la me. Are you trying to say that I'm like?
That's
Is that what you're trying to
hey
say?
Maverick. That's cultural
I have a stuttering
appropriation.
lip. Hey,
That
black
was
people can't be
racist.
racist. You know that. No, I'm just
Pull out the
kidding.
Racism.
race card on you.
Black people can't be racist.
He's like, don't la. Like, what do you mean? Stop.
Hey,
Racist.
I'm gonna switch the topic then. So you said what your car says about your political leads. I want to ask you what you think of my dream car for a second. I want to ask
Let's
you.
hear it.
Me, I'm a big fan of trucks since I'm almost 6 feet tall. I figured a bigger ride for a bigger body. What do you think of those old school 2000s Lincoln Navigators with the big old grill on the front?
The old ones.
Yeah, with the big old grill on the front.
That's your dream car?
Yeah, Lincoln Navigator.
You understand that those cars, they're not good quality, right? They look nice, but they're not good quality cars.
I know, but I've always wanted one since I was a little kid watching Ice Cube pull up with them on Are We There Yet with the spinners. Well,
Yeah,
my
no.
question to you is, if I can't get it, that's cool. But my question to you is, what would that say about my political beliefs?
Politically, a person who
Lincolns
drives an
are for
wait one
rebels.
minute, wait 1 second, Will. A person who I would say who, if you see a person driving a Navigator, right? Is it going to have rims? It has rims, right? Your dream. It has spinners.
I would like for it to, but I don't.
See, that's the
I don't
problem. See, that's your problem right there. You're a Democrat. So if your car has spinners, you're a Democrat, a raging Democrat. And especially if you're driving a Lincoln, just because Lincolns look cool, they look luxurious, but they're actually trash cars in a fancy box. They're just trash cars. Sorry.
Any car that it's a money waster is a liberal car. Lincoln's a money waster. So
What
I
about
see somebody with a Lincoln and like,
my
oh, they
other
got
one?
money to waste.
What do you think about Toyota Corollas?
A Corolla is good for many things. Corollas are very useful. I wouldn't say that that's a bad car. But you know what? Corollas are usually for people who are hard workers, I would say. Corollas are people who are really hard workers.
Yeah, because that's another car on my list that I would like to have because it's very common. I see them around my neighborhood all the time.
I had a Corolla.
Corollas
I
are
love
always for like
Nina.
right-leaning centrists. Like most of my friends have Corollas. They're always like right-leaning but centrist. If you have like a Honda Civic, you're a raging liberal to me. Like I already know those Honda Civics.
What about a
the
Honda
sedans.
Accord?
My first car was a shit brown '84 Toyota Corolla.
Wow.
Wow.
My first car was
Nina.
an Oldsmobile.
Oldsmobile?
Yeah, it was an Oldsmobile, and then I had a Ford Focus, and then I had a
Didn't they
Nissan
go?
Altima.
No, we don't need the whole list. I'm just saying your first car was the Oldsmobile. So did you guys? Do they even make those? Didn't they go out? They don't
They
have them anymore.
discontinued it like a few months after I bought the car. The whole company went down a few months later.
Same thing happened to me when I got my first Saturn.
Ain't
Wow.
that?
Oh my goodness, it's Saturn's. Oh, I remember those. Oh
Saturn.
I had a 2002 orange 2.5 door coupe, and I got it used and from a friend of mine. and it was a good car. It really was. But all of the parts became very hard to find because, like 6 months later, Saturn failed. Whole company went
Wow.
under.
Yep.
Hey, Amira, what do you think
Wow.
about Chevy Impalas? What do you think about those?
I think those are for people politically that don't know anything, because typically when I see the people who drive those, they're either cops, they're either people who put uh, excessively expensive rims on them and, pimp them out, I guess you could say. And a lot of those people don't know anything about the world that's going on around them. Unfortunately, these are the people who preach to others, and they seem really smart and they have good charisma, but typically they don't know anything. Have you guys seen people like that who
Yeah.
My
you speak
parents
to
have
them and
had
they sound
Impalas for years, and they're very, very smart and never put rims on their shit. So,
yeah. That's just my own observation, and it seems like you guys have observed the same.
yeah,
Well,
I mean, most people with Impalas, yeah, but me and my parents were not most people.
Mm.
Let me see. What other cool cars have I seen?
What about Corvettes? Now, Corvettes are something that have changed. Corvettes to me have changed, and I want to see if you
That's
guys feel
another
the
car.
same way.
That's another car I like too. Until they started stripping the armor off of it.
Mm.
The Megane.
Nina's first car. Wait 1 second. Nina's first car was a Renault Megane 5-speed. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Wow.
What is that? Hold on.
Hey,
Wait, I'm gonna
Amira,
pull it
what do
up.
you think of This is gonna be a funny one.
Wait
Amira,
one
what do you think
second.
of
What,
Jeeps?
guys? Wait 1 second. Let me look at what this car is. Renault Megane. Oh, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna share the thing with you guys. 1 sec. I'm gonna share my screen so we can figure out what car is this. Let's see, images. Wait, this is a new one. I'm sure. What year was it?
I think it's a Euro brand. That's what I'm getting at.
Here we go.
Ooh,
I've seen that.
ooh.
Wow, Nina, that's a lot of plastic. That's a
Wow.
crap ton of plastic. That's like you know what it reminds me of? You know
Looks
those
like
Rubbermaid, what's it called? Rubbermaid, the what is it called, guys? Tupperware. Tupperware. It looks
yeah,
like
it's
a
Rubbermaid.
Tupperware.
It is Rubbermaid. You
That's what
got
that
it.
looks. I'm sorry, Nina. It looks like Tupperware.
And she had a Mitsubishi Eclipse twin turbo after that.
Oh,
Nice.
the Eclipses were awesome after the Fast and Furious movie came out. People loved the Eclipse after that. Oh, go ahead. I think it was Will who was going to ask something.
Oh no, it was Maverick. He was gonna ask.
Of
I was
course it
gonna
is.
ask.
Of
I
course
was
it's Maverick. I was hoping it was somebody else, but it's always him. Go ahead, Maverick. I'm sorry, you didn't hear that.
Jeez, I'm the bad guy now. Wow. Wow. First Angela Knight's live, now this? Wow. Anyway,
Go on,
well, I
Maverick.
mean, you've got a villainous microphone, so
Yeah.
look, I'm a broke boy from North Minneapolis, all right?
You put the target on yourself on that one.
So what? Anyway, I was gonna ask, what do you think of Jeeps, Amira?
God bless America.
Yeah,
For
Jeeps are
Jeep.
just cool.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
talked about that earlier.
I told my dad I was considering getting a Jeep. He was like, "Yeah, but son, Jeeps are considerably female cars." I'm like, "How are they?"
No.
I seen a lot
No,
of
they're
No,
that.
not.
they're not.
I think
No, they're not.
they don't belong to one gender. They're just classic American cars. Like
Yeah,
Well,
like
same
another
with
thing.
if there
Go
wasn't
like
ahead.
a
American, R. Kelly would have made a song. Wouldn't have made a song about them.
No, guys, when I talk about Jeeps, did you guys see the new Jeep, the SRT? The SRT is a race Jeep.
Wow, one that actually hums.
I just drove it maybe 3 weeks ago.
I'm trying to think of it.
Oh, really, Nina? She says there's off-roading clubs for Jeep owners. It's not gender specific. That I agree, Nina. I don't think that Jeeps are like gendered.
Hey, Amira, what do you think about a Prius?
oh god.
We already spoke about that.
Yeah.
Y'all don't
Yeah,
like
you
you don't
missed
like
all.
Priuses?
now they're for commies and pussies.
Basically.
Me neither. I always thought they looked too small for me. Like, even though it's like supposed to be like, able to see the whole family, I'm like, I feel like I'm not gonna fit my family in one of those.
Wait, I need to speak to you guys about something, okay? And I'm going solo for this screen, but I have the guys in the background. I'm gonna ask you guys something. Have you guys noticed? So I was watching my 600-pound life today, right? Have you guys noticed that fat people love to drive small cars? Have you guys noticed that?
It's
Yo,
an ego.
I
It's
noticed.
honestly a mental disorder because they know that they should get bigger cars, but they would have to admit that they're fat.
Exactly.
You don't want to admit, like it's like getting makeup when knowing you're ugly, and sometimes some people don't want to do it. Like on, like an ugly person, and you see them without the makeup. But they got to put makeup on every day. They can't have a day without makeup because they know they're ugly. So
No, but seriously, no, seriously. The amount of fat people that I've seen squeeze themselves into small vehicles and then have to unplug themselves when they get out of the vehicle. There's actually literally a popping sound when they
that
get
was
out. It's
my
like,
neighbor. When I was growing up, the neighbor, she had like a small little sedan, and she was like 400 pounds, bro. Every time you got in the car, her boobs would hit the horn. Like I'm like, bro, just get.
Hey, Will, that's like exactly off of Norbit. Norbit, I told you about adjust my seat. My kids are not in the seat.
he said, well, it has been raining a lot. The car is shrinking. The car is shrinking.
He's like, he tried to tell her like that his it bad. Then I want to tell her like, she needed to lose some weight. She's like, no, my titties are hugging the seat.
I love
Yeah,
when she was like, I'm with child. I'm with child.
He was like, and then like later on in the movie, he was like, you can't have alcohol. You were a child. She was like, oh, that was just gas.
That was a fart. He was like, you can't drink alcohol. She said, well, why
right.
the hell not? You're with child.
When she said I'm with child, I literally turned my
Yeah.
parents and I told my parents like the child is fried chicken because she just ate too much.
Girl, she had a food baby.
That's hilarious.
Don't let Pearl sneak in this place because she'll call her just a whale.
Oh my God! Look at BTK. He says Subaru is for the ones who decide their identity every morning.
I never thought. Hey, that's crazy. I never thought Subarus were all that good looking of a car, in my opinion.
They're ugly. I think Subarus are so ugly. Guys, I have to go now. Yeah, I have to go now. My husband.
Well, a
My
Subaru
husband's
saved my
coming.
life, so I beg to differ a bit.
Yeah, I'm cool with
No, they
Subarus.
just don't look all that appealing. Hey, Amira.
Oh, there's something that Larry told me that we need to speak about. Well, Larry and Samuel, I'm just looking at you guys' text. They told me that I need to speak about something, and I do need to speak about this before I go. When I get you guys off the phone, which should be soon, then I'm going to speak to the rest of the pride about this. Why are you so scared, Maverick? Don't look scared.
You do kind of look like a deer in the headlights, dude.
Yeah, you did.
It's just that dealing with this thing under the weather and me having medicine, I felt something in my stomach.
Wait, guys, no, do not go yet. Don't go yet. Give me 5 minutes more of your time. I'm gonna let you guys down, okay? Because I do need to get through this really quickly because Larry and Samuel are the ones who told me to get through this, and I'm gonna go ahead and do so, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great weekend. Rest of your weekend. I might see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. All right. Bye, Maverick. Bye, Will. Larry. And Samuel, you can let yourself out. I don't even have to. Thank you, Larry. Samuel. Guys, the thing that I need to speak to you guys about before we get off is this. Russia, right? Mother Russia. Putin just recently did a bill, approved a bill that would make it illegal for any transgenders, LGBT members to get healthcare in Russia. They cannot get healthcare. They cannot get any form of subsidies or help for any types of bills regarding hormones or what have you. In fact, doctors are not even allowed to prescribe them these things anymore. There has been a full blockage of LGBT flaggetry in Russia. Now, the thing I want to talk to you guys about was that they are trying to cancel Putin for this. They are trying to cancel Putin for doing this because they're saying that this is racism. Of course, they call it racism when it has nothing to do with race, but they said this is racist. Of course they would. And they're saying that this is very anti progression. This is homophobic, and so on and so forth. So they are trying to cancel Putin, which is impossible. You can't cancel Putin because he doesn't give a flying F what you think. Everybody knows Putin could care less about what any of us think. He's going to do what needs to be done for Mother Russia, no matter what, by any means, just like Malcolm X said. You guys remember Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X said, by any means. And that's exactly what President Vladimir Putin is saying to the rest of the world, by any means. So, before you all go, I always give you guys the bad news about the world, but today, can we just have a small applause for Russia and how well they have been doing on the moral stage? I see you, Maverick. I'm very proud, and I think you all should be too. And this is part of the reason why Russia is just looking a little bit more attractive for me to live right now. I am getting more and more attracted to Russia by the day. So keep it up, Putin. They can't cancel you because you don't give a damn, just like Trump, just like everybody who's base. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. And there you go. So, guys, with that, I think we can close out. I will possibly see you guys tomorrow, but more likely than not, I will see you guys sometime this week, possibly on a Monday or Tuesday, because I'm sure we have more to speak about. FU says Russians are traditionalists. They are beyond traditionalists. They're just real. They're just real. And what more can you ask for from a person other than being real? Tell the truth, be honest, and that's what they're doing. And we all need a little bit about in this world. William says, Amira, have you talked about Uganda? Well, Uganda is basically the same concept, and I think we can give a mini round of applause to Uganda as well. I applaud every country that is taking a stand proudly against this. I see you, Maverick. Guys, we need to recognize the countries that are standing up, the countries that still have strong men that stand up for their countries and the morals and their families. Because let's be real, the men aren't just standing up for no reason when they say no to this. They're standing up for their daughters, for their wives, for their families. And anytime a man stands up for his own family, he inadvertently stands up for the rest of the men who are in the same agreement as him. He's standing up for the rest of us at the same time. He just doesn't know it. And I appreciate it. I'm so appreciative. No more child genital mutilation. I agree. So many people were talking about these African villages that practice circumcision of girls. So many people were up in arms about, oh, girl circumcision, oh, yeah, which I agree is effed up. And no, it is not a Muslim tradition for all of those who are confused. That is not Islamic. Yes, these people were Muslim that did it, but this is not Islamic. There's a difference. Just like how Christians can do bad things, but that doesn't mean that that's in the name of Christianity. This is what these people are doing, but it's not an Islamic practice. That is what that village does because that is their culture. Nonetheless, people were so up in arms about that, but now we have genital mutilation going on in America in droves. But because it's in the doctor's office, nobody cares as much because it's not outside in a village in the middle of the woods in a lake. All of a sudden, it's okay. But anyway, we must recognize the countries that are standing tall and standing strong, and we need to be like them. We really do need to be like them. I think with that, I yield my time. Good night, guys.